Budgetel Inn back in court today. Judge Boyd Patterson scheduled another walkthrough of the property for mid-March to determine if the building is fit to reopen.
Cornelia Nicholson has the latest on the repairs.
It's been 4 months since the Budgetel Inn was shut down and deemed uninhabitable by District Attorney Cody Womp. Now, with a fresh coat of paint on the outside and cosmetic changes on the inside, the attorney for the hotel says they're ready to open in mid-March. But District Attorney Cody Womp says it's going to take more than just a makeover to reopen this building. During the Budgetel's first hearing on December 5th, an East Ridge code enforcement officer testified there were more than 20 violations on the property, including roaches, structural and electrical issues, making the property unsafe for people who live there. A week later, Judge Patterson ruled the motel could operate once it's brought up to code. During Monday's status hearing, attorney Chris Clem said his clients decided to upgrade more than the court has required.
Actually, there are very few updates that were needed. Codes enforcement in East Ridge, when they first looked at the place, said that there was no real structural defects, there was no real code violations. The few that they found were very, very minor. The main complaint they had was there was too many calls.
He says his clients are upgrading light fixtures, mattresses, and blinds, which is causing the renovations to take longer than expected. But DA Cody Womp says these improvements won't have an impact on the criminal activity at the hotel.
My concern moving forward is that we don't just reopen and it's a prettier place to be, but still has the same amount of criminal activity.
DA Womp wants a proposed probation order to keep the motel accountable while they work to reopen the rest of the buildings. In response, Judge Patterson says in order to reopen building 1 of the motel, it must comply with the current court order, which has requirements that deal with criminal reduction.
There are 16 of them, and most of those do deal with what the General is noting about additional cameras, making sure that East Ridge police have access in ways that allow them to follow up on criminal activity.
Clem says they are working to finish the upgrades and then code enforcement will walk through. They hope the first building will open by late March. Judge Boyd Patterson is set to tour the property after all the renovations are complete, and the Budgetel will be back in his courtroom on March 21st. In East Ridge, Cornelia Nicholson, Local 3 News.